My dear respected brothers and elders, yesterday we were talking about the third category of the people, which is Hazrat Jibreel salatu wassalam thirst on them. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on that thirst, he said, Ameen. So first one, it was that person who reached to the Ramadan and taken front of them and they not reading Salawat, Durud Sharif upon the Prophet. Third category of the people is those who, is blessing from Allah Ta'ala. Similarly, parents is also blessing from Allah Ta'ala. And yesterday I mentioned so many places Allah Ta'ala, when He mentions His right, in the same ayat, in the same place, Allah Ta'ala mentioned about the parents. So I read few ayat yesterday where Allah Ta'ala mentioned about the parents. And yesterday we were talking about the sacrifice of the parents, especially the mother. So both of them, they are respectful for us. And yesterday I said, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Jannat is alive underneath of the feet of the mother. And the father is the door of the Jannah. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, keep safe that door or break that door. It's up to you. So my brothers, there is so many rights of the parents upon us. Number one rights parents upon us is to be obeyed. Until they're not commanding something against the deen. Something, they're not commanding us or they're not asking us to do against the deen. Ulama written is wajib upon person to listen to the parents and obey. Yes. If they're commanding or they're asking something to do which is against the deen, then we not need to follow them, we not need to obey them. But still, we need to respect them. You know, Hazrat Asma radiallahu ta'ala, she is the daughter of Hazrat Abu Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala. Hazrat Abu Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala had two wives. So Hazrat Asma radiallahu ta'ala, from that wife, she was a Muslim. The mother was a Muslim. So she came to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And she asked the question from the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, my mother is non-Muslim. Tell me, how can I be with her? Non-Muslim. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, anyway, she is non-Muslim, but she is your mother. So be good with her. Show your character to her. Be respectful to her. Do everything, whichever person doing with a Muslim mother. Yes, but something which is command against the deen, and this is a general rule, not only for the parents. Not only for the parents. It's for general rule. There is a Prophet Sallallahu Hadith, La ta'ata li makhluqin fi ma'asiyatil khaliq. There is no obedience of the creations while is going against to the rights of Allah. So these hadiths apply everywhere. Whoever commanding against the deen, but still, because the parents is a gift from Allah, we need to follow, we need to continue, be good with the parents. And this is a great action. It's a great action. You know, there is one, when a person follows the parents, Number one is Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala will give barakat in his life or in her life. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala will barakah in his provision. Even the ulama written in the book, if something come in the life of the person, it's something very big difficulty or something very, and it's not going to be solved. So ulama written, if the mother, his mother or her mother is alive, what person need to go? He or she need to go to the mother, hold her feet, put his forehead on the back of the feet, and make dua to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, because this Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala will remove the difficulty.
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
Unfortunately, my brother, we living in such an environment, if you talk like this, the people will say, what are you talking about? Because in our environment, there is no parent, there is no uncle, there is no auntie. In some places, otherwise this thing is going to be finishing from our muashra. You heard the name Uwais Qarni Rahmatullah. He was the great Tabi'i. And he was alive on the time of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And so many times he intend to go and see the Prophet. He brought Islam before. He's from Yemen. There's one place, his name is Qarn. That's why it's called Qarni. So in place of Qarn. So many times he intend to go. But his mother was ill. And she wasn't in that condition that he can leave her alone. Because no one inside the house, he was alone only, and his mother was very ill. So, but he accepted Islam. And Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam knew him. He didn't see him, but he was covered. So, can you imagine, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he told to Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, to who? Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. Prophet Sallallahu himself, how high status is. And after that Abu Bakr, and then second Khalifa Umar radiallahu anhu. And Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and like the status of Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu is written in the book, Prophet says, if there is any Nabi after me, if there is any Nabi after me, then it should be Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He has such a qualities inside him. Okay, Prophet says, if Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, but after me there is no Nabi. But if there is any Nabi, then Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. So what Prophet said to Umar radiallahu anhu, oh Umar, one person will come from Yemen, Qarn. His name is such, and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also mentioned the Hazrat Uwais Qarni Rahmatullah alayhi quality. When this person come into the Medina, meet him and ask him to do dua for you. Allah. What? Hazrat Prophet saying to Umar radiallahu ta'ala, okay, Umar, ask the person to make a dua for you. Even he not Sahabi, he's a Tabi, but Prophet telling to the Sahabi to ask from Tabi to make dua for you. And until end, he not get chance to come to the khidmat of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he is the Tabi. But why this still is Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala? Because he was the most obedient of his mother, most respectful of his mother, and he served in khidmat of his mother. So one side, when a person do this, there's one story is written in the book. There was three brothers. 3 brothers. And the parents, or one of them, was on the deathbed. This was very ill. So brothers sat down and they're talking about now our father or mother leaving from this world. So now we distribute the thing which is they leaving behind. So inheritance. So in between brothers, the talk going on. So there was one elder brother, then middle one, and the last one. So last one says, look, I don't want anything from that. Take everything you, house, whatever. Just give me, or my parents, I will do khidmat.
Subhanallah.
So the other brothers, they are happy. Okay, look, we don't need to do anything as well. We need to take as well. And also he will do the look after the parents as well. So that thing is done. Now that brother who took the responsibility of serving of parents, because he didn't get anything from inheritance, so he was very poor. He don't have nothing. So one day he slept and he saw in the dream. And dream someone saying, there is a 1 dinar under a stone of such and such a place. So he says, there is any barakah. So there is a dinar, but there is no barakah. So he didn't do it. Second day, same dream. The third day, he says, there is any barakah in it? He said, there is a barakah. So what he did, he went, he took out that dinar from there. And he went to the market. And he says, look, from so many days, we eating, the dry bread and all this. Let today buy something so my wife, my children, my parents can eat. So he went there. He bought the fish. And he brought the fish at the home. And he said to his wife, this is fish, cut it, clean it, and then make nice. So when his wife start cutting the fish, in that fish there is a pearl come out from inside. And the pearl is so expensive, it is enough for his life as well, also his children's life as well.
Subhanallah.
So Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, he was very poor. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala provided him from his treasure because the khidmat of parents. And other brothers, they were very rich, but slowly, whatever they have, they start spending and start going and getting poor. So my brother, what we need to do, we need to look after our parents. If parents is alive, thank Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, do their khidmat, and listen to them, be respectful to them. And it's very important. That's why I said, وَإِنْ جَاهَدَاكَ لِتُشْرِكَ بِي مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا. Only in one condition, you have permission to not listen to the parents. While they commanding you something which is against the deen. Otherwise, you have to follow the parents. Allah Ta'ala give me all the